Hello, welcome to the Timmy Verne show.
Thank you. It's rather wonderful being here. Thank you, Timmy. Thank you.
And speaking there is Lord Cecil Stanmold.
The third.
Yes. Okay, now today we are going to discuss the Moldovan super snail, I think.
Yes.
It's been responsible recently for many road traffic accidents. People are leaning out the window at high speed, trying to get a glimpse. Now, do you condone such irresponsible behaviour, or do you think it should be congratulated?
I take two positions. I believe it is irresponsible behaviour that should be condoned.
Only the two positions?
Three if you include the with bit.
Right. Okay. But it does smell rather nice, this snail. So you can't really blame people, can you?
I can't blame people. You can't blame people. But some people will blame people. Maybe we should blame the people who are blaming the people.
Yes. There was a government white paper on that recently. But we're not going to talk about that today because it's quite a boring subject. Moving on to the post-neonatal Communist Party that was founded in Duddeston this afternoon. Do you think that they should return those potatoes they stole?
They should return them. They should not have painted them red and declared an independent state of Duddeston. The police have been informed. The police didn't respond to being informed. We rang the police again. They said it wasn't their problem. We said it was their problem. They went down and now the police are communists. That's how quickly these things can spread. We now have a communist state of Duddeston. It arrived this afternoon. No one was expecting it, but we should embrace it like the long-lost lover from a novel which, really turned us on.
Okay. But there was a fire burning in Tipton recently, and a survey went out to many households asking if they thought this fire was actually burning or not. Do you think that was a successful approach?
I think it was successful. There's a fire burning in my heart, reaching out for the one who loves me. It's an issue I often dealt with before I got distracted by my love life.
Right. And your love of snails, of course.
A romantic interest in snails, which some have called moribund. I, on the other hand, believe it to be an overflow of virility. When a man loves a woman, he can think about nothing else. But when there's a snail in his mind, it gets a bit sticky.
Okay, I understand.
There was a boy at school called Jimmy. He was autistic. However, he was popular. Now, Jimmy had a girlfriend. And he went, I love you, I love you. Well, we beat up Jimmy. Had our way with the girl. It was just like that in those days. It was high spirits. There was Jimmy. Don't do that, Joel. You're disgusting. What are you doing? What are you putting that in there? And we were having our fun. It only lasted a day or two. Jimmy died in the end. Well, we killed him. I'll never forget his last words. Don't do that. I'll kick you in the butt. I married the girl in the end. Divorced her. Turned out to be transsexual.
Right.
Never trust someone from Thailand called Imbaku.
Oops. Sounds like you were absolutely devastated by this series of illicit.
I was devastated and radically turned on.
Yes, well, I've got nothing further to say, Lord.
There's an intimate connection between death and sex. And it's this, that when someone has died, they become vulnerable. That vulnerability is a radical turn on for some people. And when I say radical, I do truly mean radical. There's a love that can grow up between a dead person and someone of that bent. Some people call it sick. Some people call it a fixation. I call it a radical turn on.
Free radicals, aren't they called, Lord, I think?
Where I buy my corpses, they're not free, and that's all I can say. I'll never forget Jimmy's last words.
What about the late, great Stephen Hawking?
The late, great Stephen Hawking is somebody who everyone admires. He was someone who I'm going to say things about the universe, and I'm only famous because I'm in a loser cruiser. Now, some people find this scandalous. I, alternatively, have always found it relatively erotic.
Is that him over there, Lord?
My gosh, you're right. It's the ghost of Stephen Hawking. I'm going to pull down your trousers and pull you all off.